Hello, how are ya? Let's do some makeup. It's Saturday and I'm going to a little shower tonight for my daughter-in-law, and so I've not put on makeup yet today, even though I've been all over the free world, so I'm going to put some on now. We're going to do really quick Seint Beauty's cream makeup. This is our, look how pretty this is. This is the lace palette. I should have brought the other one in here too, but this is the lace palette that I love. I love the embossed one that we have. It's a gold one that's got the ST in the middle of it too, and it's raised gold letters. So pretty. But man, I love this matte black with the shiny black lace overlay. It is just so pretty. Anyway, hey guys, happy to see everyone on here. All right, we're gonna do some makeup, and I think I'm gonna do, spoiler alert, I'm not gonna show it right now because some people are wanting to be surprised from the advent calendar, and I totally get it, but we'll do an eye look at the very end using some of the new colors. Okay, number one, yeah, I don't know where this guy came from. It's not even feels like a bump, but it is so red. I have been wonky Rudolph all day, and then where I had this thing bopped on my lip. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I guess maybe it's just going to be, it looks like a fever blister, but whatever. Let's do makeup. All right. So Susie, one of my Seint customers, had requested, she wanted to see the difference between Spellbound and Black Cherry and what it would look like on, because really Spellbound is kind of like a matte version of Black Cherry. It's the satin version of it. So what I will do is I will put Black Cherry on one side and Spellbound on the other. I think it's more of a texture preference and stuff too, but that way you can kind of see what it's like. And I'm going to swatch Cedar and Muse and then just throw a Renaissance in there too. So we'll do that. It'll be fun. All right, I'm going to use something that I don't use a lot because guess why? It's my least favorite, and it seems to be everyone's favorite. Does it work? Yes. This is the 3D brush. It's 3D because the foundation is considered 3D, because once you put all the colors where they go, it just gives you this multi-dimensional face. A multi-dimensional makeup look that fits well on your multi-dimensional face. Dimension means your nose sticks out, your chin may stick out, your forehead, your eyes sink in. So dimensions kind of go back and forth. And so sometimes when you put one flat color on your face, it'll be real pancakey, and you don't necessarily want that. It's not a you won't, honestly, if you put a little bit of bronzer on a pancake face, you're like, whoa, that looks nice. And then you add a little bit of definition by some contour and stuff. Just those few little pops of colors will honestly change. It'll change your makeup game. So, and it's super easy with this cream makeup. Let's just do it together, okay? All right. Using my lace palette and the 3D brush. Like I said, this is what started. This is one of the things that started the company. 4 colors, and this brush, the 3D brush, was it. And people love it. It is a great brush. It's just not my favorite. But today we're using it. So we're going to do the color Cedar because it is my favorite. I can color match you. It's colormatchbysusie.com if you want that. Or you can send me messages and then we can chit chat. So I'm going to use this side right here. And y'all, I actually remembered to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I love Cedar. Cedar is my favorite. Olive was always my favorite, but now it's been replaced by Cedar. And it's kind of, the sun's going down a little bit. And I'm over here singing Elton, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, because I love to sit here in my door. This is my view. Let me turn you around, you can see. So this is isn't it pretty outside? So that's what we're working with. And so the sun's kind of on the back of the house. Okay. So I'm just contouring a little bit. Nothing drastic, but right there you can already see my face kind of getting a little definition. We're bringing a little bit of life back to her, what she needs, okay? My favorite is a tie. It is, for my full face, now the eyeshadow brush is for my eyes. My 2 absolute favorite brushes is the detail brush and the shape brush. I love these brushes. This is perfect for bronzing, for blending, and for my blush. This, I can do everything with it as well, and it's good at it, but I feel like it just chisels because of little sharp edges, and then you've got this right here that gets into all your details too. It's why it's called the detail brush. It's all in the details with this brush. And then this one's the shape one, and so this one's more dense, going to give you like a good medium to full coverage, and this one right here is real fluffy and bouncy, and it literally just feels like a little cloud just bouncing all over your face. These two are my favorite. This one is 25% off right now. If you get the gold version, you're going to pay, it's 40 or 42, but you can get this one at 25% off. The whatever color this is. It's like a silver to me. I don't know what they call it. Those are my favorites. Okay. If I could use one brush, it would be between these two. Because sometimes I will only use this one, and sometimes I will only use this one. But I will typically grab both of these. It's a tie. It's like my kids. I love them all. Except for this one. This one's the bad one. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. This is a good one too. You're going to see I love this one as well. So I am contoured. I will do just a little bit right here along my chin. And I'm not even putting on a heavy coverage. I'm only doing like a very light coverage. If I want to go back at the end and do a little bit more in any of the places, I will. It's always easier to start light and to build than it is to go too heavy and then try to take some off. So you want just a light layer over your entire face and then go back where you need extra coverage right there. All right, so now I'm going to flip over to this pointy end, and this one's dense too. So this one is not as dense. This is fluffy. This is a really good brush. I don't know why it's not my favorite. It is a really good one, and I feel like it's a great one for beginners. But this is fluffy, so this is great for blending, for a lighter application. This side right here is a little more dense. It's pointed. It gets in the details as well. It's just a little bit thicker. So now we're going to go in with my main shade, and this is the color Sandy, and I'm just going to kind of just pop it around in different areas. You can't really see it that great because it is the one that's going to be closest to my skin tone. But even if you put it on and you do see, and you're like, "Ooh, look at that," don't worry. When it blends out, it'll kind of just take on your skin. And y'all gotta kind of hurry because my daylight will really be going away here in the next little bit. We may be doing this in the dark like Ray Charles, and you can. It's that easy. Okay, so we've got that on. I've not blended it out or anything, and now I'm going to go in and I'm going to take that same pointy end. That's my technical term, the pointy end, and we're going to pop it right there. This is the color Aura. Again, I can match you to the colors that I feel like will be best for you. And I've not done anything to my nose because we're going to go over this bad boy in just a minute wherever I need to. So I'm just going to kind of put that down the middle. And then right there. And then if you want to do any extra carving or chiseling, out, you can chisel your cheekbones out. See, just by making it. Or if you get too much here, you can kind of go through and swoop. The cream is so easy to manipulate on your face. And the first couple times you put it on, play with it, play with your face shape. And then you'll be like, oh, I think I may do this, or I may go a little higher next time, or a little bit lower. It's totally up to you because everybody's face shape's different. But you'll make it work. You can make it work. The more you play with it, the more you'll absolutely love it. Okay. Oh. Can I get my hair out of the way? All right. And I'm actually going to go ahead and close my eyes and put just a little bit on my eyelids. See how they're pink? Yeah, it's because I'm older. It's mature. We'll call it mature. All right, now we're going to kind of blend it together. So those three colors that I put on, I really didn't layer them up. I just put them where they needed to go. We're going to blend it all together. So I'm going to go back to this dense end. And we're going to blend. I try not to put too much under my eyes because I don't want it to be too thick and too crepey. But if you have darker circles or things like that, we can work with that as well because we have products that are really designed for that. I hope my phone don't fall. If it does, I'll pick you guys back up. It seems to be wiggling just a little bit. Wiggle it just a little bit. All right. There we go. Is that not a really pretty finish? Let me just zoom you in a little bit. I mean, do I have pores? Do I have discolorations? If I wanted to cover up some of those, I really can. We have other stuff too, but that does not even bother me because it just looks like my skin. I've just done a light layer. I can go over some things if I wanted to because it's still a super light that I could go in and build on a little bit of stuff. But I don't care. Even like over my nose, I've not done anything to that yet. I'll kind of do that at the end. I do a little bit of extra coverage spot treatment at the end if I want to. All right, make sure you get your neck. If you need to drag it down, do so. All right, so now we're going to go in and we're going to bronze. And I'm going to use my Bella bronzer because I feel like this is the best. Simply the best, Tina Turner said, and I agree. So I'm just bouncing that in there, and then I'm going to deposit right kind of, not necessarily to the apples of my cheeks, but if you don't want to wear a blush, you could wear this as a blush and it would work just as fine too. But we're going all out. And I'm just going to kind of go up here. So you kind of think of this of a skinny C on each side. A backward C and a skinny C. A regular C. Okay? And then I'll kind of do a little bit on my nose. And there's not really a whole lot on my product on my brush, but I may even kind of bounce around here because that's kind of where the sun would normally hit. I've not blended it out, so no panic yet. And then sometimes my neck, my chest, and my face are typically 3 different colors. It's like Neapolitan ice cream over here. So if that's the case, like right now you can't really see it, but you can almost see this ring around my neck because I was terrible at sunscreen. So my face, my chest, my neck, it was shielded by my big old chubby chin here, so it was like never got any sun. But so that's fine. But sometimes I have to blend them to make them all come together, and if I do, then I will just drag my bronzer all down my neck, and it's very sheer, so it's not going to be thick and heavy or anything, so you don't have to worry about that. But the bronzer will bring it all together. That's why the bronzer is very important. It gives a little bit of life to your face, and it can also help if you have on your face sometimes a little bit of redness or discoloration or melasma and those kind of things that you really want to not layer tons of makeup on, but you want it to help with the coverage a little bit. You could go in with something like the Bella bronzer all over your face in a very light dusting layer and then go in with your main shades and stuff, and that really helps to even your skin tone underneath. There's just a lot of tips and tricks that when you get it, you play with what works best for you, because what works best for me may not work the best for you. It took me a little bit before I felt like I truly nailed it. Once I nailed it, I could do it with my eyes closed. I can do anything else, and it's no issues. But at first I was like, why does everybody else's, they throw it on and it looks amazing, or they do that, But the more I played with it, which is the key, with just like anything, the more you do, the more you get better at it. And so I feel like there is a slight learning curve. Some people get it like that. But it doesn't take long. Okay? In my face. Now let's go in and do like the black cherry and Spellbound. Oh dear. Did I bring it after I said I was going to do it? Oh, thank you, Lord. I got it. All right. So we're going to flip over to this side because we've got 2 sides here. And we're going to put Spellbound and black cherry. And black cherry is a favorite for most people, customers that it's such a pretty berry stain. And then Susie also said throw some Renaissance in there, so we're going to swatch that too, because this is the request 1-800-REQUEST Seint hotline. Oh, Renaissance would be pretty with what I'm wearing too. So this is Spellbound, this is black cherry, and this is Renaissance. So let me get my napkin over here. So we're gonna do Spellbound first. Let's swatch first real quick. So that's Spellbound. Yep. She's a beaut, Clark. Okay? And then you've got black cherry. And it's a gloss and it's a stain. It is, like, I like the glosses better on my lips over, I mean, I like to layer them too. And then let's do Renaissance. So Renaissance is going to have a little more of like a red to it, and these are going to have more violet. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it. I don't think I've missed nothing. If I have, I'm sorry, because I am the world's worst to look at comments, because I'm trying to hurry up and get through it so I don't lose you guys. Because I talk a lot. I talk a good bit. That's why she's back there snoozing. Okay, so we're going to do Spellbound first. Not a lot, not a lot. And then I'm just going to kind of pop that right on there. Okay, does that seem like a lot? Yes, because, and I'm going to wipe off any excess on my brush, which this is it. There's not a lot on there. Not a lot come off. And now I'm going to blend it out. Isn't that pretty with my sweater too? Oh. In the wise words of Will Ferrell in the movie Elf, I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it. Love it. Okay, so now we're going to do black cherry on the other side. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And can y'all tell it's kind of getting a little bit darker? So to me, they look similar. It may just be about the consistency of it and what you're comfortable with. But don't worry, we'll put it on the lips too. Okay, so there we go. There's nothing left on my brush. Spellbound. Black cherry. And there you go. All right, let me think about this. Let me see, did I bring what I need? The answer is no. Why can I not hear you? I did. I'm going to line my lips really quick with this brown liner. This is called Chai Latte, and it's from LA Girl, and I got it from Ulta. So I like that on my lips. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Spellbound on one side and Black Cherry on the other. I kind of like to mute it down. Okay. So we're going to do Black Cherry on this side. Oh, so pretty. I love Black Cherry on the lips. Okay, and then we're going to do, it stains. It's not going nowhere. Then we're going to do just a little bit of Spellbound on this side. And just early tapping. See, this is going to be just a little bit more pigmented and richer. Isn't that so pretty? Okay. There we go. Let me, though, bring that down just a little bit. And I'm going to put So I gotta even it up. I'm gonna put a little bit on this side. Then I'm gonna get a little black cherry and put over here. I will say this too. The black cherry, sometimes you'll have a glossy texture and people don't like it. But if you don't use a lot of the product, like I can touch this right here and it's not super sticky or anything. And sometimes people will use too much and it can be sticky, or if you want it to show up. If that's the case and you do use too much, get your little sponge here and just kind of tap right over it, and it can kind of mute it down or take some of that stickiness off. But I always like to bounce around with this too. All right. And then I'm going to finish off with this that I have been loving for Amazon. I shared it in my stories the other day, and there was like tons of clicks on the link. It's called What the Fake, and it's a lip plumping lip filler with cinnamon oil. And it smells like cinnamon, and it feels good. You can feel it on and know that it's like working, but it's not painful. And the color of this is, oh, my nude. There was just a couple of them. It's $5 from Amazon, and it's made by Essence. It smells like big red gum. It's heavenly. And we're gonna put this on top. Isn't that pretty color? Okay. Now on to bigger and better. We'll start with the eyebrows. I filled them in a little bit today because I didn't use any makeup, but I wore them off. I had them microbladed, but I still fill them in just a little bit. All right, really quick, we're gonna do an eye look that kind of can go with my outfit here. I wish I'd have brought some tweezers, because every time I'm looking at my eyebrows, I'm like, do I care that my eyebrows are barely in shape? And I seem to always notice how bad they look whenever I don't have tweezers around. All right. I'm going to wipe this off my hand. Oh, yeah, I was going to swatch Cedar and Muse real quick. Let me do that real quick before I start on my eyeballs. So Cedar is what I used just now. I think that was the colors, Cedar and Muse. See, look, this is one of my palettes. I have everything. I was obsessed with Seint before I was ever an artist. I wanted everything, and I pretty much had most things because I loved it. It's the first time I ever felt so, my skin felt pretty, everything. I was just really so happy with my makeup routine and all that. I was like, oh my gosh, is this how people have felt their whole life? You know, my mom never really did makeup and stuff. She didn't have to. She was beautiful without it. I mean, I don't know. Guess what? I think I'm beautiful without it too. I think you're beautiful without it. Everybody, you don't have to have it. But she was never that kind of a girly person, so I never really knew. Trust me, I have stories. Anyway, so this is Cedar, and this is Muse. So Cedar is an actual contour shade. It is going to be a little bit stiffer. We're going to use this hand. So it's going to be a little bit stiffer, but you can already tell that Cedar compared to Muse is going to be cooler. Muse is a highlight shade. Y'all, we gotta hurry. I'm running out of daylight. So that's Cedar. And this is Muse. A lot of people will bronze with Muse. There's a difference between your bronzer and your, see, look at how much warmer that is. Muse would be a really good bronzer, but you can contour with a bronzer too if you want to, but typically your contours would be just a little bit cooler because they are kind of to mimic more of those shadows and to do a little bit of magic to your face. Changing the shape a little bit if you need a slimmer nose. Oh, and guess what? I sure enough didn't change the shape of my nose, did I? I lifted the big cherry on the end of it. We're going to do that real quick too. So I just put a little bit of Cedar on each side. And I'm just going to kind of start here. and go right like that. All right, then we're gonna take this brush and just kind of bounce it. And then we're gonna take a little bit of this brightening shade. This was Aura, and I'm gonna go right down the center of it. Sometimes when you let it sit on your face too, it also helps because it will just kind of blend right into your skin. Makes it easier to blend. All right. And while I'm thinking about it, I didn't do an illuminator either. Good enough. We're going to take a little bit of this Nova, and we're going to pop that right on the end, right here, and then oh, you just got yours in? I'm just now scrolling down the comment. I was still at the top. I've had quite a few people order Spellbound, and everybody seems to be a fan. Okay? Because not everybody likes the glossy consistency. I don't mind it, but a lot of people don't. So there's my face. We're done with the face. But we're going to do some eyebrows real quick. I mean, whatever it's called. My eyeballs. Eyeshadow. Words escape me lately. So I just put a little bit of that on my eyes earlier, my highlight shade. So I'm going to just kind of go right over that with just a powder. I'm using my Vanilla Dust powder right here, just to, and let's look at the Advent. So look away if you do not want to see the Advent calendar. I've already shared it before, but I'm going to share it again. I don't know all the colors. I don't even care about all the colors because the names. Look at that. Of course, look at this. How smart was that? Day one, I dropped it. Nice. It was already cracked, and I kind of picked it up, and I was like, oh, and it fell out. So, okay. So I think today, of course, you know, we're going to use this color right here, whatever this purpley color is that matches everything else that I've got on. And then we're going to use this in the crease. So let's start with that. Crease color, Dream. And there are a lot of eye techniques that you can do, but I do the same ones every time, just different colors. And that's fine too. Can y'all hear my dog snoring? Dixie, please. Dixie, thank you. Can you not snore? No, she's gonna snore with her eyes open. So that's Dream. And then we're gonna go in with whatever this little golden shade is, Legend. This is how legend. Kidding. All right. We're gonna put that on the right. Oh yeah, I like that. Right on the lid. That's so pretty, isn't it? And then we're going to go in with whatever this shade is. My neck. Eternal. Oh my gosh, I made sing some Deborah Gibson. Eternal. Just kind of popping it right there on the end. I need my little brush cleaning towel. Now, if you wanted to drag some color underneath your lower lash, you can do that too. I honestly try to stay away from too reddish or pink colors under that because I will look sick. I will look like I was on the Oregon Trail. And died of dysentery. All right. I'm going to flip over here to get this my little brush towel. And then we're going to blend it all out. Ever red. Of course, you can. Hang on, I'll put it up here. Okay, so we've got that. Is that pretty by itself? Just like that is. But we're going to do one more color here. I'm going to do whatever this brown color is. Spell. Oh, that goes right with our look, doesn't it? And I'm going to use this new etch brush that we got in. Just release. It's got this little flat definer end, and then it's got this little smudger end. It says a lash diffuser. I don't know why it would be a lash diffuser. I would think it would be more of a diffusing the eyeshadow, but I have no idea. So we're going to take this little end right here, and we're going to pop right into that. Oh, let me use my mirror here. And then I'm going to go right on that lower lash line. And then we'll kind of wing it out a little bit. I'm not great with wings, so I just look at it as I'm trying to extend my last lash. Because I have hooded eyes. When I raise my eyes like this right here, they're not so hooded. But if I'm really tired or whatever, you cannot even see my eyelid. I mean, you can barely see a smidgen, and if I have on eyeliner, you can't see it. But when I talk or I say something, you know, it's and I have expressions, then you can see it a little bit more. Or when I blink or I look down at something, that's when you give those little cute peekaboo effects that people's like, oh, what's on her eyes? So you have to go for that too. So don't worry if you can't see it because your eyes are open and you're looking. Somebody else is going to see it as your eye moves around looking at everything. Or you can always say, hey, look at my eyes. And that helps too. So we're going to use this also as a eyeliner. So see how I have just a smidgy of a wing. Nothing crazy. And then I'm going right along the lash line. Now you could also use our Black Friday eyeliner, which would be amazing with this brush. And you can do tight lining or water lining with this brush as well too. Oh, so good. Dixie, please. That's all we're going to do. Now I could connect a little bit more and make it a little bit darker and more dramatic if I wanted to. Let me go ahead and do that. I have to think about my lips or I'll make stupid faces because I concentrate and I'm like, ah. All right. Isn't that easy? I mean, if I make it look easy, it is straight up because it is. Such a I know. Dixie will not quit. She don't quit. She don't care. She don't care. She's rogue. All right. Ever Red. See, this is all of the limited edition shades. And see, we have a lot. And then I have some in my other palettes too. And I smell grape every time I open it up. I don't have my Fruit Punch collection in here. I only have grape. Ever Red's right here. And it's pretty too. That's Ever Red. And you said you have Black Cherry. So if I just put Black Cherry beside it. I was like, what I do with Black Cherry? The convenience of this is amazing unless you have way too much and then you're like, where's it at? Defeats the whole purpose. But then you can't help it when you love it and you want it all. I love grape. Claire, I love grape too. I think that it is legit. It smells amazing, and it is so pretty on the cheeks. I love grape. And see, that's black cherry. I didn't even do a good job of swatching that, apparently. Black cherry. And then I showed Spellbound. We'll do Spellbound on this side of it. I didn't get as thicker, as heavier swatches. So see, this is gonna be more red. Oh, it's a pretty fall, but it screams Christmas. Merry Christmas, baby. All right, that's all we got. You want a color match? colormatchbysusie.com. Send me a message. You got questions? I'm here for it. There we go. Easy look, right? Easy to do. I make it look easy because it is easy. It's perfect for beginners. It's perfect for teens because you can just barely swirl a little bit on your face. If you have a perfect face and you're like, I just don't like wearing makeup, or I just don't whatever, you get a little bit of this and just barely touch. It literally looks like you have this big glowy makeover just by barely touching anything to your face. It just works so well. And then some people's like, I've got this problem. And I'm like, well, it can fix this problem. It can fix this problem. It really is like duct tape. It can fix anything. I feel like once you put Seint on and you kind of understand how it works a little bit, it makes such a huge difference. But anyway, thank you so much for watching colormatchbysusie.com. That's it. There's Dixie. Tell them bye. Tell them bye. Tell everybody bye.